That's right, boys. Welcome to the side of the ring because it's time for some ringside rumors. Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio that some have said the Roman/Kevin Owens ordeal at Survivor Series was, quote, blown out of proportion. However, he also says some others have said Reigns isn't completely over it right now. Listen, so that probably means that he did actually rupture his eardrum, and low-key, if I was Roman, I'd be a bit pissed about that too. Next, Meltzer also gave an update on William Regal's 3-year contract with AEW. He said there's something going on with him, and there's no guarantee he's leaving, but there's no guarantee he's staying either. WWE very much wants him back. So yesterday, this was the exact same thing that was said in the article, and this is what I was talking about when I was basically saying that Dave Meltzer said all that just to say, I don't know. I don't see why anyone is talking about this as though his contract is going to be up in the next 5 minutes. He's got another 3 years on his contract, and if Tony Khan is anything to go by, I highly doubt Tony Khan, unless William Regal says, hey, I want to get out of here. Tony Khan is not going to release him anytime soon, so I don't know what we're talking about this for. Next, there's been a push within WWE to do Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania, according to F4W Online. That's really up to them. At the end of the day, that's really up to what, direction they really feel like going in. I think they were talking about Bianca Belair versus Bayley or Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. I don't actually know. Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, that sounds like an absolutely fantastic match, and I would love to see that. Okay, that's just goes to saying that is something that I would just love to see, just because Rhea Ripley definitely deserved to be a world champion again, right? She was the world champion, right? I feel like she was, right? Because she was NXT Women's Champion. I swear she was world champion, man, and then Flair took it. I could be wrong. Next, for whatever it's worth, PW Insider says Brian Kendrick was not brought in to work Monday Night Raw this week. Yeah, because he was only brought in for the producer role, whatever. Finally, on Renee Paquette's The Sessions podcast, Stokely Hathaway claimed the firm was supposed to work with CM Punk at some point, and now it won't happen because CM Punk is no longer with AEW. I mean, this was floating around the grapevine for a couple days, and I didn't really talk about it because it was just one of those, you ever just read something like that where it just can pretty much be summed up in one sentence? That's pretty much how I do my news. If I read something and the article is oh, so-and-so teases this, and it's Danhausen teased, wearing different boots. It's okay, sure, if you really want to, that can be news, but that is nothing. That can just be summed up in 1 or 2 sentences, and even the 1 or 2 sentences are 5 words each, So, I mean, there's really not much to say about that. They were going to do a storyline, and then they didn't do the storyline because CM Punk isn't with them, which, I mean, if you don't know that by now, I don't know what the hell you're doing. I mean, yeah, man, that's pretty much it. What did we talk about? The Roman versus Kevin was blown out of proportion, but Roman is still upset. So that tells you that Kevin obviously messed his eardrum up for obvious reasons, right? Because I don't see why Roman would still be upset about a slap, unless there's still a handprint, And he's got a beard. How do you see it? Anyway, Meltzer also gave an update. He's not going anywhere anytime soon unless he explicitly says he wants out of his contract. WWE want Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. I mean, listen, I want Subway sandwich, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to get it, so we got to wait and see what's actually going to happen. PW Insider says Brian Kendrick was not brought into work Monday Night Raw this week. Yeah, that makes sense because nobody likes him for a good reason, and he was only there for Survivor Series. And Stokely Hathaway claimed the firm was supposed to work with CM Punk, but at some point, claimed to work with CM Punk at some point, but now it won't happen because Punk is no longer with AEW. I mean, obviously, if you've not been paying attention to the most talked about news in all of sports entertainment, okay? I don't know where you've been. And yeah, man, I mean, that's kind of why I like reading the rumors, because a lot of the articles that I find can literally be summed up in the rumors, and that's usually what happens. So, I mean, there's not really much else to talk about, folks. So, on that note, that's going to end it here for this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode, because I certainly enjoyed making it. I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one.